Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at Tartarus and we'll be doing a little bit more floors this time from floor 16 to 22. So as we go up in Tartarus, it's getting more difficult, so the videos are getting longer, but I'm trying to put in more content for you guys and hopefully it'll be better for you guys to clear it more at one go. So for floor 16, we have the dark element, which enrages the ally for 4 turns. Okay, 4 turns. Converts. Yeah, okay. So that is not very good. Okay, and then Chancellor has increase in cooldown. Miho has 12 hit shields. Ryan has nullified attacks for 7 times and also increased the accuracy rate of his allies. So for masteries, I will do physical attack. You want to have increased damage for 3 target attacks and also increased damage dealt to offensive and magic and support heroes. Okay, so once again, these are all my masteries for smart mode. So very quickly, this is a hero equipment check. Lethal, counter for beat'em, critical damage and lifesteal. Crit damage, lethal damage and damage reflect immunity. No special traits, even though it would be good to have them on beat'em. Exclusive item is unlocked. Teal double speed, double counter, willful ring with electrify, not important. Speed attack, counter rate, lifesteal, not important. Traits, not important. Exclusive item unlocked. Amelia speed lethal, max HP, 4 turns with evasion, debuff resist, cooldown and resist, and increase awakening charge speed. Trait is not important. Exclusive item is unlocked. Eileen only double HP with a 3-turn willful ring. Jewels basic. Traits not important, no exclusive item. For Ace, double speed, double HP. I give him a lifesteal, which will help him sustain. No special traits. Exclusive item is also unlocked. Okay, so let's begin. So for floor 16, definitely go with Blossom Strike first to remove shields. Sadly, the dark element has very weak defenses, so it dies immediately after 1 hit, which means all the opponents are now enraged, and I will proceed to use debuffing skills, buff turn reducer skills, such as just now Eileen's lightning spear, and now I'm using respond to crisis by Amelia. So all these will remove all the 4 turns of enragement from the dark element. I'm not sure why Miho can't die with my normal hits, but she died to Wild Fury, so that's fine. So over here, I'm going to use Amelia's block. It kills off the dark element as well. So I'll proceed again to reduce the enragement using Corvus and Ace's single target. Of course, I can use a lightning spear as well. So I decided that maybe Corvus is not the best. I'm going to go back to Response to Crisis. I think Corvus is better used in the 3rd stage when Miho has more shields. So I think at this point Ryan has void shields already, so didn't manage to get most of it out until now, until quite late in the stage, in the round. Okay, so for round 3, I will go with Ace's Blossom Strike. The dark element doesn't die, which is good. Though unfortunate, yeah. So I try to go with a AoE next, seeing if I can kill more enemies along with the dark element, and this is how you actually reduce the number of enemies with enrage, because if you kill them at the same time with the dark element, then you don't have to deal with them with enrage. So this is a tactic for dark element flaws. So just now I used covers to reduce 3 turns, and now lightning spear reduces 2 turns. So all the enragement is gone. So do note that Miho uses Shout of Despair, which actually supposedly randomizes your position, but due to B-Dam this is negligible. So that took quite a while, but we still managed to clear it in one shot. So now moving on to floor 17. It has the water element, which has 5 void shields and has an ace passive. Okay, and there's Mercure. Because this is a magic team you're looking at, so he has 7 void shields. There's Kirill, 7 void shields. There's Amelia, who has 6 void shields and is the remade version of Amelia. There's Roro, that's 7 void shields, and she only takes damage not more than 20% of her max HP, which means she'll be pretty bulky. So my mastery is as such because it's a magic team. So again, Blossom Strike to remove all the very low number of void shields at this point. Then I'm just going to focus on using B-Dam's attacks to clear them. So Wild Fury again manages to kill Mercure after Teo killed Kirill, so that's very useful. If you have heroes with more hit shield buff reducing abilities, I think it will also be very good for this floor. Okay. So right now I'm really just using attacks to remove the void shields. Not the most efficient way, but with this team I can only do this. So once more or less the void shields are down, I will just fire off with B-Dam's DPS skills. I think B-Dam skills are really almost guaranteed kills. So here I'm using a talent strike because I want to bring up the block nullify and hopefully be able to do some extra Wild Fury damage. Then I do a Blossom Strike to remove any remaining shields, so that in future Wild Fury will definitely go through like all these cases. Covers does quite a lot of damage, so that's why I'm using covers. And hopefully try to get Wild Fury up. Okay, so that was floor 17. Now we're going to floor 18. So in this floor you can see there's a lot of tanks and universal and support, and there's the light element which increases evasion rate, which means you will need Ryan. Nerja and Evan, they both are reflecting heroes, so this is where my reflect jewel for B-Dam comes in handy. I will flip the mastery down because I want to do more damage on defensive and universal heroes. So over here I'll swap out Ryan and swap out Ace for Ryan, and I think it's fine because Amelia's Awakened passive, she actually has a little bit of Ace passive effect, which is decreased defense, so it's good. So trying to use Talent Strike here to get the block nullify. Yeah, and thereby killing Evan with Wild Fury and then killing Carl Heron. So with 3 heroes left, I think Bidam's attacks are safe to hit. Though Nerja lives at 1 HP, but not a problem. For round 2, I will go with Bidam's attacks first, because I mean, it really doesn't matter. So his power of Hwarang also is triggered because of the mark. So there's a lot of residual damage from Bidam and Teo, which makes your whole smart mode run very easy. I'm actually doing faster for tank teams, right, compared to speed teams. So again, Talent Strike. Though this is an Awakened Lina, so she can remove the... Yeah, she removes the Nullify block easily, but not to worry. Once Evan is hit, okay, your run should be much easier because Evan increases defense. Yeah, so that is much easier. Use the piercing skill when you're trying to hit Lina, okay. Very quick. Now we're going to floor 19. So floor 19, there are 2 elements, and Teo, which is zombie, Dylan's, which can actually transform, fire element, which increases when it attack, and magic when it dies, for water element that has 5 void shields, and Eileen, who is quite bulky. So in this case, I'm flipping my mastery up, getting back ace as well, so I can do a lot more damage. I'm trying to use Bidam's skills first, instead of getting off void shields, and that's because I want Bidam's awakened passive to quickly come up, because I think it will be very useful in this match. Yeah, so you see that just now when Dylan's was hit by Bidam's Hwarang effect. Here I'm using Respond to Crisis to remove the zombie of Teo. Sadly, the water element is quite tanky, so I'll finish off with Ace's single target. We have some fast animation. Okay, I'm using Talent Strike. Get some block nullify off, and okay, killed Eileen in the process. So Corvus does a lot of damage here due to his ignore defense, and the Wild Fury kills off the Teo in the zombie mode. So everything is quite synergized, as you can see, okay. Especially the block nullify and Wild Fury combination. So once Teo's shields are down, I will try to hit him with Bidam skills, bring up the zombie, and then use Ace's Awaken skill, because it removes all buffs, so it will kill Teo's zombie instantly. So thank goodness Bidam has a dodge, because I think the fire element converts your HP to 1. So that's it for floor 19. Now we're going on to floor 20. So floor 20, we have a double death hero, Kris, which can revive all ally and also cast death, Nox, which can cast death and also inflict cooldown increase Okay, then we have 2 healers, which doesn't make things any better. And also a light element, which increase evasion rate. Okay, so in this case, I have to sacrifice Ace again. Bring in Ryan because increase accuracy so that I can hit the light element. Mastery, I'm switching it down because I want to deal more damage to Kris and Nox. Though I think Kris only takes damage up to 20% of his HP, so it may not really matter, but nonetheless. So I'm gonna go off with Bidam's attacks because all these heroes don't have void shields or immunities. So getting Bidam's attacks up is gonna be very quick. Gonna get his Awakened passive up quickly. So I'm trying to use single target on this Karin. Yeah, and it kills her. So I'm gonna go with Corvus. Corvus does heavy AoE damage due to the ignore defense. So it kills off 4 out of 5, which is great. Then I'll use Respond to Crisis to remove Kris zombie status. Okay, but there's Karin who revives and knocks as well. So Bidam is there to handle all these remnants. I'm gonna try to strike with AoE skill. This kills Kris, which is great. Wild Fury targets Kris, so he is left with 1 zombie turn, and then Bidam can go in for the finishing attacks. Wild Fury kills Kris. So because Lina has immunity, so it's advised that you pierce it with Bidam's skill instead of using other attacks. Okay, so that was floor 20, and now we are moving to floor 21. For floor 21, we have the Dark Element, which enrages for 6 turns. Okay, this is 6 turns of enragement, which means you need at least 2 3-turn reducers, 3-turn reducing skills. That's Spike, who is quite bulky. Orly, who actually evades with her Awakened skill, comes up. So if you have Ryan on a team, it is okay. It's great. You have Dylan who can transform. You have Ingrid who gets back 7 void shields if her Awakened skill is used. I'm gonna try to tackle this stage with Ace, okay? I'm gonna try to kill all these heroes before their Awakened skill comes up. So let's see how it's done. First, I'm using Blossom Strike to reduce all the void shields. So do note that the Dark Element is not dead, okay? And all the heroes' void shields are down. So I'm going to use a very strong AoE to try to kill as much as I can. See how many I can bring down with Dark Element so I don't have to deal with all the enraged heroes later. So actually all die because actually Spike was alive, but Wild Fury killed Spike, so that was very, very timely. And if you're lucky enough to get this kind of timeliness, then that's good for you. Otherwise you have to deal with Spike, who will be enraged. So I'm trying to use Eileen's powerful bolt to get rid of void shields, and then also plan to use Amelia's block to get rid of void shields as well. So the Dark Element is still alive, which is very good. Okay, Spike dies. Sadly, Theo went to normal attack the Dark Element, and hence it spoils up my whole plan. So I have to immediately start using debuff skills, so that's why Corvus was used. And then followed by a response to Crisis. This should remove all 6 turns. No, so Orly and Orly still has the enrichment somehow. So it's okay, I'll use Lightning Spear to reduce 2 more turns, and this should completely remove everyone's enrichment. Then I'll finish off with Bidam. Okay, but if normal attacks cut it, then good. That's good. So last one, I'll remove shields with Ace because all of them have about 7 void shields. So imagine if you don't have Ace, it will take quite a while. Powerful bolt as well to remove shields, so all shields are down now because 5 plus 3. So I want to try to quickly finish off with a Corvus because Corvus deals a lot of damage. Okay, so as you can see, Spike is the one that is left. This time I'm not so lucky to get Wild Fury to chain. Hence I'm going to use Ace's Lunar Split to remove 3 turns. Now I'm going to use Lightning Spear. So this removes all of Spike's enragement buffs. And I'll kill him with 1 hit. So for the last stage for this video, it is the floor 22. Here we have Orly as well. We have Vanessa who has immunity. We have Yushin, Fire Element, Roro, and Orly. Roro and Orly has Void Shields. Yushin and Vanessa has immunity. I'm not going to take my chance here. I'm going to put in Ryan because of Orly's evasion. So let's just see how this goes.
Time may change. I will not.
I think it's fine to use Ryan here over Ace because only 2 heroes have Void Shields. And Ryan has a 3-hit attack, so I think it can be a good substitute. Even though it's a little bit slower, but it still gets rid of quite a lot of shields. So Bidam's piercing attack will pierce Yushin and Vanessa's immunity. So we're left with the Fire Element who converts my Bidam's HP to 1. And he's very hard to bring down. The elements seem to have a significant boost in their defenses. Okay, so for this stage, I'm going to use. I'm trying to remove a lot of shields again. So I'm using Ryan's chest cut Gale, and I have killed for Eileen's powerful bolt. So these 2 attacks alone remove 6 void shields. So all the shields are down. I can fire off with Bidam's attacks. So in the last round, Roro and Orly have 7 void shields, so this will be pretty hard to take down. Gonna try to use Talent Strike to bring up the Block Nullify, so that the Block Nullify can actually help me, because it hits 3, right? Okay, so it actually pierces and targets Vanessa, which is fine. I'm trying to use Teo's Awakened skill because it also has 3 hits, so this will completely remove all sorts of shields that the opponent still has. So I'm just using random attacks now. While I wait for Bidam skill to come back. So once Bidam skills are back, then it's just all out. So as you can see, Roro is very defensive and bulky because of she only takes 20% of her max HP. Great, so Huarang effect actually kills Roro for me, which is really good. Otherwise I have to deal with her Awakened skill, which I do not want to because it hits really hard. Okay, so I've come to the end of this video for Tartarus from floor 16 to 22. The higher floors actually require more strategic planning in terms of your lineup and heroes use. Even though as you can see in the whole video, I'm using a very standard team, only switching out Ace and Ryan when necessary. So I hope it will help you guys in clearing these flaws, and hopefully you get more passive rewards as you climb in your smart mode. So with that, I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.